Hello, great people. Welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. The person of Lai Mohammed, who is the Minister of Information in Nigeria, has been tongue-lashed by many Nigerians owing to some of the things he's been doing towards ensuring that social media is regulated. At least he talked about the issue of online broadcasting, that it is totally regulated. In the last public hearing, which was held on Wednesday, Lai Mohammed, who is a minister, asked the lawmaker to amend the National Broadcasting Corporation Act to empower the agency to regulate social and online media. He also made a lot of statements about some of the section of NBC. For example, the commission shall have the responsibility of receiving, processing, and considering application of establishment, ownership, or operation of radio and television station, including cable television service, direct satellite broadcasting, and any other broadcasting corporation. He clearly told the people that he wants, I can quote his word, he said, I want to add here specifically that internet broadcasting and all online media should be included in these because we have a responsibility to monitor content, including Twitter. He also proposed that the NBC should ensure that everything is put under check. But right now, you'll be so shocked what Lai Mohammed has told Nigerians concerning the issue of regulation of social media bill, which is currently before the National Assembly. Don't forget that Nigerians have been talking, human rights activists has been talking, human rights lawyers have been talking about it, that all of this is towards ensuring that social media and also media is being gagged. But Lai Mohammed has come up with something very different. Call it a U-turn and you won't be wrong. And that's what we're going to review in a jiffy. But before we do all of that, if you're not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. According to the news, the federal government on Friday denied sponsoring bill purportedly meant to gag the press and regulate social media. Recall that the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, has urged the House of Representatives to include regulation of Twitter in the National Broadcasting Corporation Act. The minister made the call at the public hearing on a bill to amend the NBC Act organized by the House Committee on Information. According to him, he said, I will want to add that specifically internet broadcasting and all online media should be included in these because we have a responsibility to monitor content, including Twitter, he said. However, in an interview with newsmen in Lagos, Lai Mohammed said the bill concerning the Nigerian Press Council and the National Broadcasting Commission were private members' bills sponsored by a lawmaker in the National Assembly. First, according to him, he said, first, let me say how disappointed I am that those who have been berating me on this bill have been doing so on a false premise that the federal government had sponsored bills to stifle the press. This is a classic case of misinformation because the federal government did not sponsor any bill to gag the press. It baffles me that those who rushed to the media to slam the government didn't even try to verify the fact. The minister further stated that the National Assembly member who sponsored the bill had done nothing wrong. He said the legislature was only doing what he was elected to do. I insist that the bill were not sponsored by the federal government. I was invited as the Minister of Information and Culture to make my contribution, just like many other stakeholders at the public hearing. It was an opportunity for stakeholders to make their input into the bill. I attended and made my contribution. Those were the words of Lai Mohammed, and this has triggered a lot of responses from Nigerians, and you'll be so shocked what Nigerians have to say. This one say, Lai Mohammed, you have started again. Why don't you stop this push towards ensuring that social media is regulated? It will not work. Another person here says, I was expecting this. This is not the first time Lai Mohammed will always make a U-turn despite evidence of him doing anything. Another one here says he did it to a foreign interviewer. Why won't he do it now to Nigerians? This man will not cease to shock Nigerians with his word. Another person here says, I wasn't expecting that at this point this man will opt out, but I want to ask a big question. What's the need of gagging the media if you are performing superbly? It is high time Nigerians wake up. If not, this is just the starting point. Another person here says, the president these guys are going to leave behind points to a direction that any government can do anything with Nigerians. What about our fundamental human rights? What is currently happening in the country clearly shows that there is no hope for Nigerians and there is nothing like democracy in this country. Let them continue with their dictatorial rule, but don't forget that what is good for the goose is good for the gander. Another person here says, I knew that this will come up at one point. They will not disappoint Nigerians with their actions. Another person here says, Lai Mohammed, if we want to be very truthful, we will know that Nigeria and the social media is not the problem. The main problem of this country is staring at your faces. Have you bothered for once to ask Nigerians how they are feeling with the activities of Fulani headsmen, especially in the southeastern part of Nigeria? Have you bothered to look into some of the pains that Nigerians are going through because of the economic regression that we are currently going through? All what you want is that we shouldn't speak. But don't forget that at one time when you were in APC, at one time when APC was not on board, the same social media what you people were using, you and especially Kaduna governor were using this to fight the government of Jonathan. He didn't bother to do anything stupid. Another person here says, this is what I call dictatorial leadership. Very soon, we won't even access social media again. Don't forget that this government is gradually ensuring that Nigerians do not speak again. Another one here say, Oga, whatever you people are doing against social media, have it in mind that thousands of youths in Nigeria are earning their living from social media. So I will kindly advise that you forget about social media issue and face what this government was brought into power to do. These are very strong coming from Nigerians. But then we've heard what he has to say. I think right now what we are really looking at is those who are in the seat of power, especially the lawmakers, to ensure that these things do not happen. Because if it happens, then there is no need for any form of lawmaking. Because for me, the bill is totally unconstitutional. If the Constitution respects the fundamental human right of Nigeria, which freedom of speech is one of them, and then you make another law which is against this universal constitution, then you are clearly walking out of anything called illegality. You understand? I like to leave it there. Go to